Okay, so I guess I've pretty much broken my back. It's pretty bad. Just so y'all know, I'm in a sad state of affairs, but I still have to work. I've decided that I'd wrap my torso with this really thick rubber, I don't know, they sell them on TV. Teresa had picked this up. It's supposed to be like for trimming your body belly fat. She, for some reason, thinks that the 0.5 millimeter of fat that she has on her stomach is something that needs to be removed. But anyway, it needs to be. I need to wrap this bruised and battered body that I've got. And I know there's a lot of people out there that think that I'm just a whiny bitch, but this one's for you people. I'm pretty tolerant to pain. I could take it pretty good, and I can work through it. But this is one of those things that's just like this burning sensation, and it sucks. But what are you gonna do? So anyway, I have to change the tires on this 8530 right there. Now these tires here are massive, massive tires. They are 650 85 R38s, which is a tall sidewall. These tires are shot. There's maybe 20% left on them. I don't know why it seems like it's wearing more on that side than on the inside. But they're starting to do the splits, and this one's kind of cool. That was there when I bought it, but I did notice the other day, and I ordered these tires about 1.5 months ago. I ordered those tires when I ordered the tires for the front of the tractor. But there's a slice here, and it's right there, and I don't know what did that, but when you back up, that thing opens up pretty far. So it's due, they're due, it's time to do it. My problem is my spine is like broke. So what we'll do is we'll put these on here a little later today when we're done dealing with the 8120. 8120 has a suction screen that is, see, I think it just needs to be cleaned. So we're draining the hydraulic oil out of this tractor, and we're going to pull that suction screen out. Hopefully these guys are going to... Okay, so now the fun begins. So yesterday I was pretty hurting pup. I've been a hurting pup since Wednesday morning. That's when I fell down the stairs. I thought it was kind of funny that someone said, oh, I thought that was a hoax. Not a hoax. I don't joke about getting hurt. I don't think I do anyway. I may have at some point, but never so severely as what this is. I don't believe I have any broken bones, but I do have some severely bruised and battered innards, and the lowest rib on the left side of my rib cage feels a little funky. So, and that's that. That's just the way it is. Now, let's get on to these tires. I know everybody's waiting for Tim's temper, and yes, Tim's temper did flare, but, after a little while, I got tired of hearing him, and I set him in his place, and off he went. We went and we got the job done. Now, I have to motivate these boys. They're not easily motivated to do a job, but it's like you're not going home until this is done. It's motivation enough to get it done. And we played and farted and fiddled and played and farted and fiddled with these things until, I don't know, I don't think I was there at this point. Maybe I was. Anyway, I mean, I was around. I'm so sore that I can't even hardly lift the bar. I tried swinging a sledgehammer last night, and if you watched the Instagram post, you'd have saw that there was just no way in hell that was going to happen. The burning sensation in my back was that of a hot poker being jabbed into my, I don't know, asshole or something. It was pretty ridiculous. The pain. It was bad. It was bad. So these tires, they are not light. I'm not really sure how heavy they are, but two of these young men couldn't even pick it up. We had the bar, shell bars and stuff, and they were bending the shell bars to pick them up. So it was genuinely a ridiculously heavy tire. Even the old tires we took off were the same rating as what these were. I think that's why they lasted so well. They were put on in 2012, and You know, this is a 2009 tractor, but they were put on in 2012. So the first ones only lasted, from 2009 to 2012. Probably late in 2012 when they were put on. So let's just say it was a good solid 3 years. But, from 12 to 18, that's a fair, twice, double the, there I am, double the length of time or span of time. So we fast forward to the tires actually on. I don't know if we did the fire trick yet or what the deal was, but yeah, here we go. So this thing is just, they were a bear. They are so dense and so tough. The sidewalls are so incredibly tough. Boy, what the hell is all that? Oh, that's the heater. Oh, man, we were just choking on CO, carbon emissions and stuff in there with that heater and everything else that was going on. But, yeah, it was a bastard of a job. When we got done with the first tire, the boys were ready to go home. They're like, that's it. We'll do the next one tomorrow. Well, I'm sorry. Ooh, I see a naked girl behind me. Pretty girl. Holy cow. Anyway, if ever there was a rubber band, it's Teresa. She had a baby. Doesn't even look like she did. It's crazy. What do you think? But anyway, just, sidetracked. Here. As you can probably hear in my voice, I'm really not feeling it. I mean, I'm not feeling myself. But anyway, so we get this tire on there. And when you inflate a tire, you actually have to overinflate it to, if you want 25 pounds in the tire, you want to put like 28, 29, 30 pounds of air in a tire. And by the next morning, the tire actually settles onto the rim and expands a little bit, and you will get your 25 pounds or so. So that's the way it works. It's any tire. Truck tires, 110 pounds in truck tire, put 115 in. It'll settle down to 110 pretty easily over time, especially in cold weather. I mean, when things warm up, then they'll expand even more. But cold weather, they're kind of tight, and that is really the problem. Is cold weather and putting these tires on. It was a son of a bitch of a job, and I really felt like an invalid. Normally I'm the one that's putting this thing on here, and Tim is assisting me. Whereas today or yesterday, I did this last night. It was just absolute. I felt useless, beyond useless, and I guess that's how my dad feels. Only his deal is age. He's 70, almost 71 years old, and his body's beat up from milking cows and other activities when he was young, and he can't do the things that he would love to do. As a matter of fact, if he got his knees replaced, he'd probably be able to get right in there and help us out. I know he would feel a hell of a lot better, I'm sure, and I would feel much better about him doing that. I know how he misses walking around in the woods and stuff. So, all right, so here we're going to start the second side, and if you're wondering what this fluid is that I am going to put on this tire, it is actually diesel fuel. There it is. It isn't cherry Coke, it's diesel fuel. So you put diesel fuel on there, and that softens the rubber up and makes it a little bit slickery, so that when you are and you can manipulate the tire a little bit easier. When we did get the new tire on, there was the fire trick, if you missed it. But actually the fire trick, this was a little bit more stubborn. I actually ran out of starting fluid. And if you're going to do this job, you really truly have to heat the starting fluid up when it's like 20 degrees outside, because it doesn't atomize correctly. I know if you know anything about giving a tractor some crack, it's kind of takes a lot more ether to get her started in the wintertime, when it's really cold, not in, instead of the fall and the spring when it's just a little cold and it needs a little help to get going. These new tractors, though, they start in pretty much sub-zero weather, and that's just the long and the short of it. They do start. But yeah. So I did finally get to motivate the boys to get this tire up and on here without too much trouble. They wheeled the new tire on into the shop, and then they were ready to go home. I was like, no, I'm not going to go home, and then tomorrow you guys are going to be sore from putting these tires on, and you're not going to want to do the job, and I'm going to have to fight with you to do that. So we pretty much did the assessment as to how everything was going to go here, and that was that. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more.